A woman casually tossed a marble and somehow blew herself into another world. When she came to, she was being tortured and beaten by a group of men who were about to have their way with her. Her body screamed in pain, but what shocked her most was the fact that she was now completely blind. She saw the lecherous looks on the men's faces. One of them started getting handsy with her. A cold smile spread across Luo Qingtong's lips. So, these guys want to force themselves on me? Interesting. With a single decisive move, she snapped the neck of the garbage human pawing at her. Activating her supreme pupils, her vision instantly returned. She casually tossed the man's body aside and flew towards the others. You want me? Let's see if you're worthy. She was like the Grim Reaper in the dark, harvesting their lives in an instant. But as she did, blood spilled from her own lips. She realized this body wasn't hers at all, it was gravely injured. And where in the world was she? Suddenly, a beam of light shot toward her. She dodged on instinct as the blast sent her flying. She landed with one hand on the ground, flipping herself back onto her feet. The shockwave, however, was too much for her battered body, and she coughed up more blood. She gracefully dodged another beam. The power of these attacks was comparable to a particle cannon. Since when could humans wield this kind of force? Hiding behind a rock, she activated her blood pupils. The power these people held was startling, and in her injured state, she was no match for them. How had Luo Qingtong suddenly become so formidable? Don't let her get away. Luo Qingtong must die. Luo Qingtong quickly pieced things together. She had assumed she was in some unknown jungle on Earth, but now it seemed she wasn't even in her own world anymore. How cliché. She couldn't believe she'd actually experienced transmigration. Glancing back at the masked men chasing her, she scoffed. If it weren't for this useless body, she could have taken them all out without breaking a sweat. Just then, she spotted a magical formation up ahead. A wide grin spread across her face. Talk about a lifesaver. Using her pupils to instantly understand the formation's principles, she dove right in. Inside, a man was soaking in a spring. He immediately noticed her intrusion. So cliché, Luo Qingtong muttered to herself. The man's cold eyes turned toward her, but they held no light. He was blind, too. He didn't seem to care about her presence. Luo Qingtong propped her chin on her hand. That body, even if I can only see the outline, I'm getting quite an eyeful. The sounds of the chase from outside reached the man's ears. He shot her a cold glance, which made Luo Qingtong panic. What if he kicks me out? She suddenly rushed forward, clamping one hand over his mouth and the other against his waist. Hey, handsome, emergency here. Mind if I hide out for a bit? The man remained unfazed. Aren't you blind? Luo Qingtong played dumb. Totally blind. A flash of anger crossed his face, his eyes growing colder. But Luo Qingtong decided to take advantage of the situation, her hand stroking his abs. Hey, handsome, you've been staring at me for a while. You into me or something? She was the world's only supreme pupil master, blown into another world by a marble, and now she was shamelessly hitting on a gorgeous man. The smile on her face showed just how much she was enjoying herself. Suddenly, her wandering hand bumped into something it shouldn't have. The air froze. The man's eyes glinted with murderous intent. Luo Qingtong yelped, "It's a misunderstanding!" Suddenly, she realized the severe injuries on her body had completely healed. A wicked grin spread across her face as she looked at the man. So you're here healing too. That means you can't really move right now, can you? The man stared at her coldly. As the spring water began to boil, its power being rapidly absorbed, Luo Qingtong felt a sudden sense of danger. The oppressive aura rolling off him was enough to make her leap out of the water. Hey, handsome, it's been real, but let's not meet again. My hand slipped. I wasn't trying to harass you. Promise. She shot him a wink before leaving. The man felt like he was about to explode with rage. I saw you naked, but hey, I got groped too, so we're even. His aura was on the verge of erupting. She turned and ran for her life, having gotten her fill of eye candy and witty remarks. The man let out a cold laugh. Impressive. No one has ever dared to treat me like that. Luo Qingtong's injuries were now healed, and her destroyed cultivation was restored. Erift, though the poison in her eyes remained. A small pig was now stubbornly biting the hem of her clothes, looking ridiculously cute. A smile touched her beautiful face. You should go. I don't have time to take you with me. She's over here. The shout from a masked man made her freeze. The little pig seized the opportunity to bite her finger. A wave of dizziness washed over her as a faint mark appeared on her forehead, and the pig's butt before disappearing. Infuriated, Luo Qingtong grabbed the pig and shook it violently. The masked men caught up, looking smug. Luo Qingtong turned to them with a cold expression. Her cultivation is back, and she broke through to the martial master realm. She must have a heaven-grade elixir. Luo Qingtong just gave a cold smile, not bothering to explain, and turned to leave. The little pig muttered under its breath, "Bunch of hicks. A heaven-grade elixir is trash compared to that sacred spring water. Even a total loser would become a genius after drinking that. This dumb woman is getting chased by weaklings. How embarrassing. Luo Qingtong grabbed the chattering pig, ready to make some pork stew. The pig immediately looked pitiful and started begging. I'm the ancient pig god! Don't kill me! I'm your contract beast now. If I die, your strength will take a huge hit. She hadn't actually planned on killing it. The real hunt was just beginning. She expertly crafted some makeshift projectile weapons and watched the masked men search for her from a high vantage point. As they split up, she saw her chance. One by one, she took them down, moving like a reaper in the night, silently harvesting their lives. After she finished off the last one with a flourish, the next wave of masked men arrived, staring in shock. A mere martial master taking out martial generals in seconds. Just as their leader was about to order a retreat, Luo Qingtong appeared behind them. With a flick of her wrist, needles flew, and blood splattered as the men fell silently to the ground. The remaining few trembled, their eyes wide with terror. Luo Qingtong looked at them with disdain. Might as well stay and keep your friends company. The last man tried to flee in a panic, but death was his only escape. As she was looting the bodies, the man from the spring appeared silently behind her. Nice crossbow. No energy fluctuations. It seems even an ordinary person could use it. What happened next made him furious. This woman had not only bathed with him and groped him, but now she was touching dead bodies. A surge of jealousy hit him. Suddenly, Luo Qingtong felt a chill run down her spine and her jaw dropped. Why did this god-tier guy follow me here? She stood up, and as she took a step, the man's cold eyes locked onto her. She tried to run, but slammed headfirst into an invisible barrier with a loud thud. Feeling incredibly guilty, she forced a smile. Hey, handsome, fancy meeting you here. The man reached for her, his face like ice. Handsome, let's talk this out. No need to get physical. He wasn't listening. Luo Qingtong's heart tightened. She activated her pupils and dodged his hand. The man's eyes flashed. She can break through my aura lock? Looks like I need to get serious. Luo Qingtong thought she was home free, but he instantly appeared in front of her. She knew then that she had no chance of winning or even escaping. As he lunged for her, she had a flash of inspiration. A wicked smile appeared on her face, as she swayed, pretending to lose her balance, and fell forward. The man froze for a split second, and in that moment she fell right into his arms. His entire body went rigid. Luo Qingtong's fingers traced patterns on his chest. Handsome, you're so persistent. You must be into me, right? Well, I'm not an easy person, but since you're so good-looking, I guess I can make an exception. She leaned in and gently pecked him on the lips. The sweet scent of her breath and the touch of her soft lips made the man shove her away. Luo Qingtong used the momentum to retreat, still teasing him. I didn't know you were so innocent, handsome. We were fated to meet. Thanks for seeing me off. Bye-bye. Woman! He cursed, though a strange feeling stirred within him as he replayed the moment in his mind. Meanwhile, Luo Qingtong was breathing a sigh of relief. The little pig was impressed. She actually dared to tease that guy. She touched her lips, thinking it wasn't half bad. She licked the corner of her mouth and patted the pig on the head. All right, spill it. What exactly are you? A talking pig demon? The pig swatted her hand away and glared, declaring he was the ancient pig god. Luo Qingtong looked skeptical. The pig puffed out its chest. Don't look down on me. Back in the day, even the phoenix and the divine dragon had to call me Piggy Master. After a moment, Luo Qingtong frowned. What is this world? How did I end up here? She was relieved to see that her face was still her own. Remembering the items she'd looted, she pulled out a token. A sharp pain shot through her head as a voice echoed in her mind. Shadow Guard token, a game of heaven and earth. So they were the ones who harmed me. Luo Qingtong clutched her head in pain. Who are you? Who's speaking? The original owner of this body was the most beautiful woman in the Dongli kingdom, the daughter of the powerful Marquis Luo. She had been betrayed by her own younger sister. When they were young, her sister, Luo Qingning, was frail and sickly. She had used her own resources to nurse her back to health, allowing her to eventually practice martial arts. She never imagined her sister was a wolf in sheep's clothing. In terms of strength, Luo Qingning was no match for her. In terms of beauty, Luo Qingtong was #1 in the kingdom. But her venomous sister had not only crippled her cultivation and blinded her, but had also arranged for men to defile her. The only genius of the Luo family can be me, Luo Qingning, not you, you impure waste. Seeing all this, Luo Qingtong gave a wicked smile. Well, isn't this just perfect? Even the pig was intimidated by her aura. Since I've taken over this body, I'll take on its vengeance too. Luo Qingning, I'll remember you. And the Yuan royal family. You sent people to kill me just to break off an engagement. Luo Qingtong clapped her hands with a grin. If they want to play, I'll show them that their so-called prodigies are nothing in front of me. She licked her lips. It's been a while since I've been this excited. Prey is always more fun to torture slowly. The pig saw her bloodthirsty expression and didn't dare to breathe. To cure her eyes, she collected her own bloody tears and used her pupils to analyze the poison's composition. The pig was amazed. Nothing could hide from her eyes. The poison was devious. If its components were refined in one order, it was a healing medicine. But if the order was reversed, the components reacted to create a deadly toxin. Luo Qingtong pondered this. A poison like this was something the entire Tianyu Empire couldn't produce a single drop of, even if they exhausted their treasury. The pig muttered to itself, "Who else would want to harm you? This girl must have a lot of enemies." Since she couldn't figure it out, she decided to put it aside for now. She tossed away the residue and set off to find the antidote. Not long after she left, the man from the spring arrived. "I can't believe a mere martial master can evade my divine sense." He suddenly froze when he spotted the poison residue. She can use the heart-devouring goo poison? Who in the world is this woman? Luo Qingtong wandered through the forest but couldn't find a single medicinal herb she needed. The pig scoffed. "You think they grow like weeds?" "The ingredients for this poison are incredibly rare and hard to find." Sudden loud noise made the pig panic. "We have to run!" it squealed. She grabbed the piglet. "What have you been hiding from me?" Sweat poured down its head. Another deafening roar echoed through the air. Luo Qingtong looked up. She saw a massive celestial palace appear out of thin air. Who would have thought that a white-haired young girl could be so cruel? In order to stop her brother's arranged marriage, the seventh princess, Yuan Shui, had sent people to kill and defile Luo Qingtong. Now she sat nervously as her brother, Yuan Mo, questioned her. "She's just the daughter of a low-ranking marquis. Brother, why are you so fixated on her? The most beautiful woman in Dongli? She's not worthy of you." Especially compared to that person. She quickly clapped a hand over her mouth, realizing she'd said too much. Yuan Mo's face darkened. "That's enough. I have important things to do and no time for this. I may not like her, but she is destined to be my princess consort." A divine beast charged straight for her and she took off running for her life. "Why is it chasing me? Is this because of you?" The pig was a mess of tears and snot. "No time to explain. That's a heaven-connecting divine beast." Hearing that, Luo Qingtong wanted to kill the pig more than ever. The appearance of the ancient ruins attracted a crowd of cultivators. Luo Qingtong narrowly dodged an attack. "You stupid pig, what did you get us into?" The divine beast galloped toward her. She dodged into the crowd of cultivators. "Help a girl out, heroes. It's up to you to save the day." The screams from behind them only made the two run faster. The pig explained, "These cultivators can't handle it. We need to find our savior. Follow me." She screeched to a halt. Standing in front of them was the man from the spring. She really wanted to kill this pig. The pig looked guilty. "He's the only one who can save us now." It shoved Luo Qingtong forward. "Go on, use your womanly charms." The man turned. "It's you!" Luo Qingtong was panicking. The roaring behind her was getting closer. After a quick internal struggle, she put on a pitiful expression. "Handsome, save me." The man just looked amused. "And why should I save you?" Luo Qingtong blurted out, "On the inside of your thigh, right next to your junk, you have a—" His eyes turned sharp. He flicked his hand, sending a blast of spiritual energy past her. The attack hit the heaven-connecting divine beast head-on, stunning it. He turned back to her. "I have nothing on the inside of my thigh." When he looked again, she was gone. His face darkened. "She tricked me again!" The divine beast roared in pain, and a battle between man and beast began. Luo Qingtong, now a safe distance away, congratulated herself. "Tricking him 3 times in a row? I'm pretty amazing." Suddenly, the ground beneath her gave way, and with a shocked expression, she fell into a deep pit. She had landed hard. A squeal that sounded like a pig being slaughtered echoed through the chamber. "Master, help me!" She looked up and saw the pig tied to a platform. A formation was carved into it, featuring the totem of the heaven-connecting divine beast. "This formation is connected to that beast outside. This is all your fault." She wanted to smack the stupid pig. "Couldn't help it. I was sealed here. When the beast came back, we were both done for." "You've already made a contract with me, master. You can't abandon me." Luo Qingtong saw right through its act. "Don't try to fool me," Luo Qingtong yelled. She activated her pupils, deciphered the formation, and struck its core. The overuse of her power left her feeling weak. "Haha, I'm finally free." Just then, a cold, ancient voice echoed out. "Demons, cease your impudence!" A pagoda appeared and slammed down on the pig. Luo Qingtong was startled. "You're the one who broke my Lushan Palace's formation?" An old man appeared and studied her, surprised. "Natural-born pupils, but she's blind." Luo Qingtong retorted. "Blind in the eyes, not in the mind. Breaking a formation is no big deal." The old man laughed loudly. You have excellent potential. I'll take you as my heir. All you have to do is restore the name of my Luxian palace. Luo Qingtong crossed her arms. No thanks. The old man scoffed, but she was unmoved, even looking annoyed. She turned to leave without a second glance. Do you have any idea what the Luxian palace is? It can make you the master of this entire realm. Luo Qingtong paused. Master of this realm? Did that mean there were even stronger enemies out there? She didn't want any trouble. The old man suddenly pointed two fingers at her. You're the one. He tapped her between the eyebrows. As the inheritance began, the celestial palace in the sky above began to crumble. Yuan Mo and his group had just arrived, only to find someone had already claimed the palace's inheritance. He cursed under his breath. It's all this idiot's fault. Dragging his feet to find that Luo Qingtong. Luo Qingtong saw the man's disgusted look and trembled. The heaven-connecting divine beast appeared behind them, its roar making everyone turn. A ball of fire gathered in its mouth and shot toward them. Rocks and debris flew past Yuan Mo. Nearby, Luo Qingning was hit by the shrapnel, a sharp pain shooting through her arm. Just then, a man flew past her. The energy from his clash with the beast was world-shattering, sending the creature flying with a single blow. The onlookers were stunned. Oh my God, how can someone be so handsome and so powerful? The man gathered more energy in his hand and shot a cold glance at the crowd, his murderous intent silencing them. Luo Qingning was mesmerized. He's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I must have him. Only he is worthy of me. Meanwhile, Luo Qingtong was receiving the inheritance. All I ask is that you carry on our sex inscription techniques. These are our greatest treasures. I will help you refine them. A voice echoed in Luo Qingtong's mind. This pagoda is called the 9-level exquisite pagoda. It contains the legacy of all our sect's generations. You must study it well. The life and death twin swords were the cause of our sect's destruction. Be extremely careful when you use them. Luo Qingtong, unable to move, cursed inwardly. This old man is a scammer. This is a forced sale. The old man seemed to know what she was thinking. I don't have much time left. Just take pity on me. Inside the Luo estate, Luo Qingning and her supporters were kneeling. Hearing that Luo Qingtong's body was never found, Old Master Luo slammed his fist on the table. There was a disaster at Nine Witches Mountain, and we don't know if Qingtong is alive or dead. Instead of looking for her, you're all kneeling here, demanding I make Luo Qingning the heir? He roared. We have to transfer the family's heirloom armor and the recommendation letter for the Great Qin Saint Academy to her now. We need the Academy's name to protect the Luo family's status. Old Master Luo's eyes were red with fury. We haven't found Qingtong's body, and even if we did, what's hers is hers. No one can take it. Now get out! Luo Qingning stood up slowly, a cold smile on her face. Since you won't do this the easy way, we'll do it the hard way. I'm afraid you don't have a choice anymore, grandfather. Old Master Luo's eyes widened, and he collapsed into his chair. This was a coup. Luo Qingtong focused her mind. The amount of information was overwhelming. After a long time, she slowly opened her eyes. Her meridians were all clear, her essence flowing endlessly in a self-sustaining cycle. She had advanced to the martial king realm. The old man had been waiting by her side. With your personality, you're the type to repay kindness and return hatred 100-fold. When you leave, you should conceal your cultivation level to avoid trouble. You old geezer, she muttered to herself. I can't remove the poison in your eyes, but I've left a sliver of my power behind. When you use your pupils, this power will allow you to temporarily regain your sight, but for no more than 2 hours a day. That pig is vicious and cunning, a master of mischief. Even we don't know its origin, so be careful. The 9-level exquisite pagoda is its weakness. If it disobeys, you can refine it. Don't let it escape. Luo Qingtong watched the old ancestor fade away, a strange pang of sadness in her heart. By accepting the Luxian Palace's legacy, she had accepted all of its burdens. She sighed, lamenting her fate. Suddenly, a scream pierced the air. Master, help! Qingtong froze, then summoned the pagoda. That stupid pig dared to lie to me. Now it knows to call for help? The pig was being roasted by karmic fire, squealing in agony. Master, you can't just watch me die. I'm about to become a roast piglet. Qingtong ignored it. Roast piglet? Sounds pretty good. The pig quickly explained. I just wanted to break the seal, but our contract is still valid. Don't abandon me. Luo Qingtong was unmoved. The pig was genuinely scared now. If you don't believe me, use the contract's seal to suppress me. I'm still your stupid sidekick. Luo Qingtong activated the seal and found he was telling the truth. The pig was panicking. Luo Qingtong retracted the pagoda. You can roast a little longer. That's your punishment for tricking me. She stretched, her graceful figure forming a perfect arc. Now, it's time to go back to the Luo family. Luo Qingtong sighed. finally having climbed out of that place. With a snap of her fingers, a fragrant roasted pig fell to the ground. She poked it, drooling slightly. The pig instantly flew into a rage. "Keep your drool to yourself. I see you for what you are." Luo Qingtong's expression darkened, and she summoned the pagoda again, which scared the pig into apologizing immediately. Luo Qingtong was surprised by how powerful the man from the spring was. The heaven-connecting divine beast was a legendary creature, after all. The pig grumbled, "That big-headed brute is nothing compared to me in my prime." Luo Qingtong scoffed, "All you do is brag." A strange sound caught her attention. Following it to the bottom of a valley, she found the man covered in blood. He's not dead, but there's so much blood and no visible wounds. Why is he unconscious? Qingtong opened his robes but found no internal injuries. When she checked his pulse, she was shocked. Half of his meridians were shattered and the other half were rapidly breaking. The pig's eyes widened. "The heaven-connecting divine beast did this to him?" Luo Qingtong explained. "A third of this is an old injury, the rest is new. To fight a divine beast in this condition, this man is no ordinary person." She remembered him healing in the spring. Was he trying to heal that old injury? If I hadn't absorbed some of the energy, he probably would have recovered. She sighed. "I'll repay the favor now." She activated her pupils and placed her fingers on his abdomen, beginning to heal him. "As long as I can repair the main meridians, his injuries should stabilize." A long time later, she was trembling. When she finished, she collapsed to the ground. "Is this guy made of iron? His meridians are so tough. Even though you threatened and forced me before, I'm saving your life now. We're even. Don't come looking for me again." The next second, the man's eyes snapped open. Luo Qingtong yelped in shock and scrambled backward. In her panic, their lips crashed together. The man's cool lips on hers made her flush with embarrassment. "Oh God, oh God!" She shoved him away with all her might. With a thud, the man's eyes widened. "This woman again?" He then promptly passed out. Luo Qingtong stared at the unconscious man, dumbfounded. She had done that. The pig was so scared it was about to have a heart attack, dragging her away. "Well, your reputation as a pervert is sealed now. And that was my first kiss, damn it." She was about to leave when she paused and walked over to the divine beast. The sound she'd heard earlier was coming from it. Pushing aside its paws, she found a tiny fox cub. She picked it up and it snuggled into her arms, making the pig feel a surge of rivalry. She bit her finger and formed a contract with the cub. Before leaving, she set up a concealment formation. "After all this trouble, it's time to pay my dear sister a visit. I wonder how she'll react when she sees me." In the Luo Qingning's room at the Luo estate, she was stroking her newfound treasures smugly. A maidservant was flattering her. "My lady, you are far more talented and intelligent than Luo Qingtong." This pleased the Luo Qingning immensely. Suddenly, a servant burst in. "It's terrible! The young miss is back!" Luo Qingning was stunned. A woman who had miraculously escaped death returned home, only to be attacked and called shameless by her own aunt. A sharp slap echoed across the room. "Second aunt, what a move! In such a hurry to silence me." The woman was stunned by the slap. She ordered the servants to attack, but Luo Qingtong easily dodged them and slapped her again. "You want to kill me to get rid of the evidence, right? By the time grandfather finds out, it will be too late." Seeing her mother being humiliated, Luo Qingying was filled with fear. Her cultivation was destroyed, so how did she recover her strength? The man woke up, suppressing a wave of rage. Two figures appeared and knelt before him. "Master, we were late. Please punish us." They were his right and left hands, Bei Qin and Feng Yu. When no response came, Bei Qin cautiously looked up and saw a bite mark on the corner of the man's lips. He gasped. "Bite mark?" The man finally realized and touched his lip. A terrifying killing intent radiated from him. "That woman... looks like someone took a nibble," Bei Qin muttered. A cold glare from his master shut him up. Feng Yu quickly covered Bei Qin's mouth. "Master, how are your injuries? We sensed you were in trouble and used a secret technique to rush here. If it weren't for the concealment formation above the cliff, we wouldn't have been so late. Are you all right?" The man circulated his energy. "What concealment formation?" Bei Qin struggled, muffled sounds escaping. Feng Yu quickly sent him a telepathic message. "Shut up, you idiot. Do you want to die?" Bei Qin immediately went still. The man focused his energy. His main meridians were fully reconnected and his injuries were suppressed. Feng Yu was amazed. They had tried everything and failed to help him, but now... Was it that woman? If it was her, then we must have her. "Let's go back for now," the cold command was given. "You're just a treacherous woman who only knows dirty tricks." The aunt was trembling. Was this the same weak Luo Qingtong? Luo Xingtong kicked her in the head, pinning her to the ground. Luo Qingning finally spoke up. "Sister, what are you doing?" Qingtong's gaze was ice cold. So the little clown hiding in the corner has decided to show herself? The servants finally realized it was really their young miss. My dear sister, I've missed you so much. The aura Luo Qingtong was emitting made Luo Qingning step back involuntarily. This stupid woman, Luo Qingtong, would never speak to me like this. Her expression, her presence, it's all different. Luo Qingning thought, then said aloud, You're not Luo Qingtong. Luo Qingtong walked slowly toward her. After a trip to death's door, do you think I'd still be stupid enough not to know how I got there? Right, my dear sister, Luo Qingning? The White Lotus's eyes filled with panic. Luo Qingning clenched her fists. Luo Qingtong isn't the same person she used to be. She has no proof, so she can't do anything to me. I've already gotten what I wanted. What do I have to be afraid of? Her tears vanished. The immense grief and pain helped me break through my bottleneck. I'm already a 4th-level martial master. So what if you recovered your cultivation? You're just a mere martial practitioner. How can you compete with me? A wicked smile played on Luo Qingtong's lips. Sister, you should be thanking me. You were a sickly child. I gave all my resources to you. With that many resources, you could have become a martial general, but you're only a 4th-level martial master? Luo Qingtong's words were like a slap to her face. Did I feed all those resources to a dog? She looked disappointed, patting Luo Qingning's shoulder as a subtle pulse of spiritual energy was released. Luo Qingtong then turned and walked away. Luo Qingning stood frozen on the spot. The young miss is so cool, so dazzling, so the 3rd miss used the young miss's resources to cultivate. The 3rd miss hid her cultivation level before the young miss's accident. Now that she's in trouble, she's showing off everywhere. What are her intentions? Luo Qingning was furious. Do you all want to die? How could Luo Qingtong share her resources with me? She's learned how to manipulate people after dying once. Your eyes are blind now. Let's see how you'll compete with me. Luo Qingtong returned to her courtyard. The pig appeared with a grin. What was that? A giant black-hearted lotus. Luo Qingtong pointed at it. Piggy, you better hide well. If anyone finds you, don't blame me for making pork stew. The pig immediately changed its tune. You can count on me, boss. The little fox wagged its tail, hitting the back of the pig's head. Fox cub, put that tail away, the pig snapped, then whined to Luo Qingtong about why it had to be the one to babysit. Luo Qingtong raised an eyebrow. What, you want me to do it? The pig seemed to remember something and shook its head vigorously. No, I'm the best one for the job. When Luo Qingtong pushed open her bedroom door, her expression soured. The gaudy, flamboyant decorations made her eyebrows twitch. The pig snickered. Wow, is this a brothel? This is my courtyard. Qingtong gritted out. Someone! Who touched my main courtyard? This place feels wrong. A servant fell to his knees, terrified. It was the 2nd master and 2nd madam. You have 15 minutes to throw everything in this room out. Otherwise, I'm throwing you out. Meanwhile, Luo Qingning was with her mother when a maid rushed in. The young miss threw everything out and burned it. This made Luo Qingning's mother furious. While Luo Qingning herself broke into a cold sweat, her mother was still grumbling. You're in this state, don't cause more trouble. Now is not the time for a direct confrontation. The mother looked aggrieved. But Luo Qingning held a grudge. Luo Qingtong, just you wait. After burning the gaudy decorations, a voice called, Qingtong! It made her freeze. Old Master Luo pulled her into a hug. Qingtong, you've suffered. Her body tensed instinctively. The old man was trembling with emotion. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have left you home alone. She felt a sense of family she hadn't experienced in a very, very long time. She patted his back. Grandfather, I'm fine. Don't worry. A girl born with bewitching red pupils was abandoned by her parents. Passers-by avoided her. This child is a bad omen. In the heavy snow, the pitiful girl was left alone until an old scavenger gently touched her forehead. You'll come with me from now on. That's how Luo Qingtong was taken in. But time was cruel, and she eventually had to bury her only family. She was alone once more. The old man caressed her face. Grandfather will find someone to heal your eyes. This made Qingtong smile. The original owner had a grandfather who loved her this much, but she'd cast him aside for Luo Qingning and her mother. In that case, this grandfather is mine now. The continent was divided into martial cultivators and soul cultivators. Martial cultivators trained their bodies and techniques, while soul cultivators trained their spirit and mental power. To become a soul master, one needed a soul seal. Martial cultivators had to push their physical limits to advance, which was incredibly difficult. Soul masters had various specializations, like alchemy, medicine, formations, and inscriptions. The martial ranks went from martial disciple, practitioner, master, general, and great general, all the way to a transcendent state. Dark Saint Domain, main city. The woman I had you investigate, what have you found? Reporting to the master, we've searched hundreds of high-ranking kingdoms and thousands of mid-ranking kingdoms near Dongli. but we haven't found any trace of her. The man's eyes darkened, his voice turning cold. Nothing? Feng Yu and Bei Qin didn't dare to breathe. Have you checked everywhere? Bei Qin quickly confirmed. We've checked everywhere. There's nothing. What about the Tianyu Empire? Nothing there either? According to reports, no. The man was furious. Expand the search, I will find her. He rubbed his forehead in frustration. He had thought that with her abilities, she would be easy to find. Could she be from another holy dynasty? Filter through the records of everyone who entered Dongli before and after the incident at Nine Witches Mountain. As the two were about to leave, the man suddenly spoke. Wait! Never mind, I'll go myself. Luo Qingtong, unaware she was being hunted, was spending time with her grandfather. Seeing his distracted look, Old Master Luo asked tentatively, Was it Luo Qingning who did this to you? Luo Qingtong paused, then smiled. It's in the past. The one who harmed me will eventually get what they deserve. This made Old Master Luo feel even more guilty. He took her hand. Come with me! No one can take away the true heritage of the Luo family. He led her to a mural and, using his spiritual energy, opened a secret door. Luo Qingtong was surprised. Even with her pupils, she hadn't noticed a hidden passage. The true legacy of the Luo family was a collection of secret soul techniques and insights. Luo Qingtong also found a manual on pupil techniques and excitedly reached for it. To her grandfather's astonishment, she had it in her hand. Qingtong, your eyes? Old Master Luo was stunned. Qingtong explained that after going blind, she had a sudden enlightenment and mastered a secret art, which was how she escaped Nine Witches Mountain. She smiled sweetly, telling him she had possessed a body was too unbelievable. The Luo family's pupil technique was a perfect cover for her blood pupils. Her grandfather was moved to tears. His granddaughter was safe and had even awakened their ancestral talent. Those two items that Luo Qingning stole should be returned to their rightful owner. Luo Qingtong stopped grandfather and smiled coldly. If she wants it, let her have it. The higher you climb, the harder you fall. Grandfather, there's one more thing. I want to break off the engagement, she said with a dazzling, unrestrained smile. Old Master Luo was shocked. Break off the engagement? She pulled out the Shadow Guard token. I got this from one of the men who was hunting me. Sturds. Old Master Luo cursed, turning to leave in a rage. I'm going to break off this engagement right now. That fifth prince isn't worthy of my granddaughter. Luo Qingtong grabbed grandfather's arm. Grandfather, the Yuan family won't agree to it that easily. She smiled slyly and whispered something in his ear. One morning, a maid ran screaming into Luo Qingning's room, waking her up. There's a naked female corpse hanging at the city gate. An old woman is crying and saying it's the young miss. She's been caught now, and she's saying you told her to go there and cry that it was the Luo family's young miss, no matter who it was. The maid stammered. Luo Qingning was wide awake now. Not many people knew Luo Qingtong was back. Was this Yuan Shui's doing? Hanging her at the city gate for all to see after being tortured? That was her idea. Suddenly, an arrow with a note tied to a Shadow Guard token landed on her bed. Failed, come quickly. She gritted her teeth. She couldn't just ignore it. Disguised, she left the estate, which was immediately reported to the Marquis. Meanwhile, Old Master Luo had invited a group of Dongli's royals and nobles for a banquet. Suddenly, a door opened and an angry voice was heard. Seventh Princess, I'll take care of everything. Was that corpse at the city gate you're doing? Everyone held their breath, listening intently. Luo Qingtong, disguising her voice, replied, Take care of what? I don't know what you're talking about. Luo Qingning didn't recognize the voice. Are you trying to double-cross me? Yuan Sui. You told me to lure Luo Qingtong to Nine Witches Mountain, cripple her, blind her, and have men defile her. So why is she back, completely unharmed? Suddenly, the screen shattered. Old Master Luo stared at the White Lotus, his face dark with fury. Luo Qingtong dropped her disguise. The White Lotus's eyes widened as she realized she'd been set up. You monster! Old Master Luo roared, kicking her. Everyone, please bear witness to what happened today. I am going to the Tianyu Empire immediately to break off this engagement. After the engagement drama, Luo Qingtong focused on training her pupil techniques. The pig, however, was happily munching on a chicken leg, completely ignoring the whimpering little fox. Piggy, can't you give Snowball one bite? Luo Qingtong scolded. The pig looked indignant. Fine! Wait, Snowball, I was with you first, how come I don't have a name? Luo Qingtong shrugged. You can be Little Fragrant Pig from now on. That seemed to satisfy him, though it felt a little weird. 7 days passed. Luo Qingtong had reached the level of a 3-star soul master, an astonishing speed that shocked the pig. But she was feeling the disadvantage of having no teacher. I need to find a way to get into the Great Qin Saint Academy. But first, she had to heal her eyes to unlock the full power of her pupils. As she left her training room, a servant reported, Young Miss, the third Miss has disappeared. Meanwhile, an airborne pavilion soared through the sky. The man had decided to go to Dongli himself to investigate Luo Qingtong. Now he stood on the deck, furious. He, the great Mingzun, was lost. Feng Yu looked at Bei Qing. The spirit pavilion was flying just fine. Why did you have to mess with it? Now we're completely off course. Bei Qing looked innocent. I just saw how anxious the master was and wanted to speed things up. Feng Yu wanted to smack him. Do you think you can handle this? Look where we are. Mingzun's voice was like ice. Go to the punishment hall when we get back. Qingtong frowned. A guard knelt before her. We've searched all of Maplewood City but couldn't find her. Please punish me, miss. Get up, it's not your fault. Luo Qingtong knew what had happened. The Tianyu royals work fast. She gave her orders. I'll be leaving for a while. You're in charge. When grandfather returns, tell him not to worry. And while I'm gone, if anyone dares to cause trouble, no matter who it is, you have my permission to kill them. The guards acknowledged the order in unison. At night, Luo Qingtong, dressed in black, set up a protective formation around her courtyard. Little Fragrant Pig didn't understand why she was setting up a formation in her own home. Qingtong said it was just in case. After she was done, she took the pig and left Maplewood City, heading for a place that belonged to no kingdom or dynasty. It was a place where you could do whatever you wanted, a paradise for sinners. It was a place where you could get anything you desired, the Dark Saint Domain. It was feared by all 4 holy dynasties, and its master's origins were unknown. He was known only as Mingzun. On the outskirts of Dongli's branch city of the Dark Domain, a river of bones, the Yellow Springs Path, blocked the way. To enter the city, one had to have the strength to cross it. Even a martial king would be reduced to bones in moments if they fell in. Qingtong sighed. I hope I can find the herbs for the antidote here. A massive ship flew through the sky. Look, a spirit ship. I wonder who's inside, someone exclaimed. The ship slowly entered the city gates. You need a Dark Domain token to enter. The owner of that ship is only iron ranked, but even that is a dream for many. It shows how coveted these tokens are. Qingtong propped her chin on her hand. That ship is nice. I should get one sometime. Just then, Yuan Mo disembarked from the ship. Suddenly, the city's protective formation opened, all 9 gates swinging wide as the city lord himself came out to welcome someone. Could it be a platinum token? No, all 9 gates opening. It's Mingzun, the master of the Dark Domain. An airborne pavilion flew over their heads. Mingzun stood proudly on its deck. Hearing the gasps from below, he shot a glance at Bei Qing, who finally realized he had accidentally hit the display switch. He fell to his knees. Master, just kill me now. Feng Yu rushed over and pulled the idiot up. I'll take care of him for you. I'll make sure he can't get out of bed. Mingzun was both amused and annoyed. Seeing his master didn't say anything, Feng Yu dragged Bei Qing away. Luo Qingtong looked up at the pavilion. The stupid pig scoffed. You can't see anything. What's all the excitement about? Luo Qingtong was also curious about who the master of the Dark Domain was. She activated her blood pupils and looked up. Mingzun's sharp gaze shot down. Someone was just spying on me. It was a familiar feeling. Could it be that woman? Yuan Mo trembled. So this was Mingzun? A single glance was enough to make him hold his breath. This kind of power and status, like I will have it one day. Luo Qingtong, the troublemaker, hid in a corner, trembling with the pig. That was too close. He had almost spotted her. Once she'd calmed down, she walked over to one of the iron chains spanning the river. With a push of her foot, she gracefully leaped across. A few fools, seeing how easily she did it, tried to follow, but they fell into the river, their screams echoing as they were turned to bone. Qingtong glanced back with a cold smile. The Yellow Springs path wasn't as easy as it looked. Inside the branch city's lord's mansion, Feng Yu and Bei Qing reported to Mingzun. He had just finished reviewing the list of people who had entered and exited Nine Witches Mountain that day, and was sitting in frustration. Feng Yu carefully advised, Master, don't worry. Since someone used the heart-devouring goo poison on her, she's probably hiding. Mingzun could only follow that lead. Bei Qing looked worried. Master, your meridians are a congenital condition. Maybe we're mistaken. Feng Yu quickly shut the idiot up. A wave of violent energy erupted from Mingzun, sending them both flying. They had no complaints, in fact, they were excited. It had been a long time since their master had used his full power. Someone can repair the master's meridians. We'll find that person even if we have to dig 3 feet into the ground. The thought of that woman using her tricks on someone else made Mingzun feel strangely uncomfortable. No, that woman is as cunning as a fox. You might not be able to handle her. When you find her, just notify me. This is an order. No one is to touch her. I will capture her myself. They quickly acknowledged the order. Bei Qing suddenly remembered something. That bite mark on the master's lip. Could he be into that woman? He was about to speak, but Feng Yu's hand on his shoulder stopped him. If you don't want to die, shut up. At the same time, Luo Qingtong entered an auction house, her face hidden behind a mask. "I'm here to sell a medicinal liquid," she said, her voice magically altered to sound old and raspy. A clerk, hearing her, quickly went to get the manager. A vial was placed on the table. "This liquid can heal any meridian injury, no matter how severe. It's like having an extra life." The manager couldn't make the call and went to get his superior, a man with a handlebar mustache. Luo Qingtong handed him the vial. The man opened it, and a rich medicinal aroma filled the air. "This is a quasi-heaven-grade elixir?" he stammered, his fingers trembling. A wicked smile spread across his face. "This elixir is indeed of good quality, close to high grade." He watched Luo Qingtong, but she showed no reaction. "But we'll need to verify its effects. Please wait here." He left with the elixir. Luo Qingtong's eyes turned cold, a hint of killing intent in them. The man with the mustache hid in a corner. "This is a supreme-grade elixir, but the refining technique is so crude. He must have stumbled upon it by chance. Perfect timing, since the master is collecting meridian healing medicines. This is a golden opportunity." When he returned, Luo Qingtong took the vial and, using her pupils, saw that it had been switched. The man insisted it was a fake. Luo Qingtong's eyes were cold, but she said nothing, simply leaving the fake vial and walking out. On the street, the pig was fuming. "Why didn't you expose him?" Luo Qingtong just told it to wait and see. "You think my elixir is that easy to take?" In the bloody fighting arena, the roar of the crowd was deafening. Qingtong's figure caught the eye of a waitress. The pig didn't understand why she was here, but Qingtong looked mysterious. The waitress sidled up to her. "Sir, here to place a bet or for something else?" Luo Qingtong grabbed her hand. "Don't touch me, understood?" The waitress yelped in pain and begged for mercy. Luo Qingtong let her go and walked into the crowd. The waitress muttered, "Doesn't like women, so he must like men." On stage 9, a burly man was being pummeled by a scrawny one. Luo Qingtong pointed at the burly man. "I'm betting on him, 100,000 gold coins." The waitress was stunned. Seeing she wasn't moving, Luo Qingtong added, "Just write it down, I'm betting he wins." Just as the scrawny man was celebrating his victory, Qingtong walked up to the burly man. "Do you want to live?" The man's one good eye looked at her. "Yes." Luo Qingtong used a secret technique. "If you want to live, then get up and kill him. I'll save you." The burly man's eyes shot open. A surge of bloody energy coursed through him, and with a roar, he charged the scrawny man, pinning him down and smashing his head like a watermelon. He let out another roar as his own meridians burst and he fell to the ground. Luo Qingtong looked at the waitress. "Get the manager and my money," the waitress explained. "He has to be alive to win. This is a draw, so the house wins." Luo Qingtong let out a cold laugh. "Who said he's dead?" In the city lord's mansion, Mingzhen held the elixir, his face dark. "You refined this?" The man with the mustache knelt, looking smug. "Yes, I was fortunate enough to enter a mystical realm and refine this." Mingzhen's voice was like ice. "Who gave you the recipe? Tell me." The man was shocked. Mingzhen's eyes grew colder, and the man finally realized something was wrong. "This elixir, I really did refine it." Mingzhen's tone softened. "Where did you get this elixir? You couldn't possibly have created this recipe." The man knew he was caught. Just as he was about to explain, his hand started smoking. "It was that person in the black robe. It was him." "I was wrong. I'll go find him right now," he screamed in pain. "Is the person in the black robe connected to that woman?" Mingzhen thought. "Beijing, have someone follow him, and bring me the head manager of the auction house." Feng Yu didn't understand why his master was making such a fuss. Mingzhen tossed him the elixir. The moment he opened it, Feng Yu was stunned. "This is almost identical to the master's sacred healing medicine. Though the recipe has been improved, if it was that woman, it's possible she could replicate it after seeing or using it just once." Feng Yu thought, excited. "If it was her, I will definitely find her." She entered the ring, pried open the man's mouth and poured in a green liquid, then patted him down. The man shakily got to his feet. The crowd was amazed. What had the person in the black robe given him? She looked at the stunned referee. "Can you declare him the winner now?" As the gong sounded, the crowd went wild. "Who are you, sir?" "Sir, I'll buy that elixir from you, no matter the price." A triumphant smile appeared on Luo Qingtong's lips. "Call me Evil Dr. Ghost Pupil." In the arena's VIP room, two managers were smiling at Luo Qingtong. "Master Evil Doctor, how many more vials of that elixir do you have?" Before they could finish, Qingtong said coolly, 10. You can have 5 for the arena and auction off the other 5. I'll take a 90% cut. All future collaborations will be the same. Deal?" The arena's head manager was overjoyed. "And get me these herbs." She handed him a list. "If you need anything in the future, you can come to me." Just as the man took the list, a voice interrupted. "Who is the evil doctor, Ghost Pupil?" The manager was annoyed. Who was this rude person, interrupting his chance to get close to the evil doctor? Yuan Mo pushed past a clerk, flashing his dark domain token. Is this how you treat your guests? You're the evil doctor, ghost pupil? Come with me right now and save my junior sister. Her meridians are injured. Luo Qingtong didn't move. Yuan Mo mentioned the Great Qin Saint Academy, hoping to persuade her. We will of course reward you handsomely. Luo Qingtong tapped her fingers on the armrest, a wicked smile on her face. I have 3 rules. I don't save those who deserve to die. I don't save those who can be saved by others. And I don't save those who displease me. You, my friend, can find someone else. Her words made Yuan Mo feel like he'd swallowed a fly. Senior brother, don't waste your time with this person. Let's go find Master Lu. Just as Yuan Mo was about to leave, the man with the handlebar mustache stumbled in. Master, spare me! I know I was wrong. Please, spare me! He slammed his head on the floor repeatedly. The Academy disciples had never seen anything like it, and accused Qingtong of being cruel. Luo Qingtong scoffed. Master Lu? Then why don't you tell us why you're in this state? The disciples were shocked. How could this man be Master Lu? The arena manager saw the insignia on the man's chest. A Earth-grade insignia. It really is Master Lu. Master Lu was writhing in pain. I shouldn't have switched your elixir. Please, spare me! A disciple muttered. That's still no reason to be so vicious. But the manager snapped at them. Don't you dare preach your morality to the evil doctor. If it were you, you'd probably do something even worse. Yuan Mo knew he had to leave, but Qingtong stopped him. Now that the truth is out, you think you can just walk away? Get on your knees, kowtow, and apologize 3 times, and I'll let you go. Yuan Mo was furious. Luo Qingtong just watched them. So that's a no? The 2 arena managers called in a group of guards to surround them. This is the dark domain. What do you think this place is? Yuan Mo was trapped. His arrogance had vanished, replaced by a dark expression. He bowed and knelt. I was blind to your greatness, Master Evil Doctor. I have brought shame upon my sect. Please forgive us. Luo Qingtong waved him away, looking annoyed, and tossed an antidote to Master Lu. Take this and go. Don't let me see you again. Luo Qingtong was currently taking a bath. The Luo family's strength was too weak in her eyes, especially her grandfather, who was stuck at the martial marquis realm. She thought about this as she soaked, enjoying a piece of fruit. Suddenly, her eyes narrowed. The alarm she had set up outside went off. She wrapped a black robe around her sleek figure. Who's there? She called out in a low voice. Mingzon's gaze was dark. We meet again, he said playfully. Luo Qingtong screamed internally. Why is it this guy again? He's been chasing me from 9 Witches Mountain to here. Is he in love with me or something? Her voice became old and raspy. Who are you, sir? Spying on a man while he's bathing? Don't tell me you walked into the wrong room. Mingzon was surprised by the male voice, but he didn't let it show. That woman is cunning. This could be a disguise. He pulled out the elixir. Evil doctor, ghost pupil, did you refine this? Luo Qingtong understood immediately. Damn it! He recognized it even after I changed the recipe and it just had to fall into his hands. She had no choice but to bluff. Yes, I did. Are you looking for me to refine something for you? Mingzon was skeptical. Where did you get this recipe? Qingtong lied without batting an eye. I traded it with a young girl. I saved her life once and she gave me the recipe. I thought it was good, so I refined it. Is there a problem? Mingzon suddenly reached for her, his face dark. With a rip, a piece of her robe was torn off. He hadn't expected her to dodge. Luo Qingtong instantly put distance between them, on the verge of a breakdown. Wearing anything underneath? Is this guy a pervert? He's trying to rip my clothes off. As Mingzun reached for her again, she had nowhere to run. An idea flashed in her mind. She grabbed his hand, which made him freeze. She then guided his hand down her own body. The feel of what was under the robe made Mingzun's face go black. It's hard? He remembered the waitress saying the person in the black robe was gay. He had been so sure it was that woman in disguise. But the feeling in his hand was undeniable. Luo Qingtong seized the opportunity. Oh my, you're gay too. I just love handsome, powerful men like you. See, you've already got me excited. Mingzun felt sick. His mind went blank, and he snatched his hand back, retreating as if he'd been electrocuted. The 2 men eavesdropping outside had different expressions. I didn't know the master was into this kind of thing. Feng Yu tapped the idiot on the head. You're still talking so loud while eavesdropping? You want another lesson? Luo Qingtong bounced over to Mingzun. Come on, handsome, let's play. Mingzun shoved her hand away. Get away from me! Don't touch me! Luo Qingtong, shameless as ever, purred. What are you hesitating for? Worried about who's on top? She moved closer. I'm usually on top, but for you, I can be on the bottom. Come on, handsome, I just took a bath and I'm not wearing anything. Her hand was already on his chest, the other reaching for his waist. Mingzun flinched as if he'd been zapped and vanished in a flash. Luo Qingtong was left standing there, stunned. Mingzun's furious voice came from outside. Disgusting! Absolutely disgusting! Feng Yu grabbed the still gawking Bei Qing. Let's go! The master is angry. After a long silence, Luo Qingtong took off her mask. That was terrifying. This guy is getting harder and harder to deal with. She pulled out the banana she had hidden and started eating. Does he have to be so persistent? It's not like I did anything that bad. With a snap of her fingers, the pig was released from the pagoda. It immediately looked at her strangely. What just happened? Why do I smell that guy from Nine Witches Mountain? Weren't you taking a bath? Luo Qingtong flew into a rage. Shut up! This is all your fault! Why was he after you in the first place? You have something he wants. The pig looked wronged. What did I do? You're the one who kissed, hugged, and teased him. And you're blaming me? Besides, he was asking me all sorts of weird stuff that I didn't know anything about. Luo Qingtong was curious. What did he ask you? The pig thought for a moment. He asked me about an ancient medicinal recipe. How would I know about that? Hearing this, Luo Qingtong fell into thought. It would explain his strange internal injuries. Are you sure you don't know about that recipe? The pig shook its head violently. I really don't. If I did, I wouldn't have had to run for my life and sign that unequal contract with you. Luo Qingtong's expression immediately turned innocent. How about some roasted pork tomorrow? The pig burst into tears. Master, I was wrong. The next morning, Luo Qingtong noticed she was being followed. She just smiled. Free bodyguards. She was on her way to the slave market. It was time to build her own force. The evil doctor arrived at the slave market and was warmly welcomed by the manager. Luo Qingtong said she wanted to buy battle slaves. The stronger the better. The manager led her to a private room. With a clap of his hands, a group of slaves in chains were brought in. These are all martial marquis experts. They've been controlled, so you don't have to worry. Once you've made your choice, I'll give you the slave seals. As long as the seal exists, they can't disobey you or break through to a higher realm. Luo Qingtong scanned the crowd. Some had been prodigies, now their lives were in someone else's hands. It was a world where the strong preyed on the weak. Suddenly, her eyes landed on one person in the crowd. A pair of purple eyes looked back at her. The woman bought all the slaves after just one look at a particular man. She then lifted his chin. I know who you are. I can protect you. In front of everyone, she broke the chains on his arms. Just as the manager was about to panic, the man pushed through the crowd and knelt before her. Zuyu's life belongs to the master, in life and in death. That night, in Luo Qingtong's residence, she sipped her tea. All right, talk. The pig spat out its tea. The person in question looked panicked. In the city lord's mansion, Feng Yu and Bei Qing were watching from the shadows. It's been a whole day and night, Feng Yu. You don't think that night the master actually... Feng Yu slapped Bei Qing. I told you to keep an eye on the evil doctor. Did you do it? Feng Yu quickly replied, Don't worry, I've had people watching him. If there's nothing else, we'll leave. Mingzun's expression was cold, his anger simmering. That evil doctor is the only lead to that woman, otherwise I would have killed him already. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. A loud crash echoed through the mansion. How dare he desire me? Back at Luo Qingtong's residence. The person remained silent, then seemed to make a decision. She undid her hair and took off her outer robes. A cascade of long purple hair revealed she was a woman. Zuyu was confused. She didn't know when her master had discovered her disguise. Qingtong said simply, Just remember that from now on you serve me. She gestured for her to come closer. As Suyu approached, Qingtong opened her palm and using her blood pupils placed a seal on Suyu's forehead. Suyu felt a buzz in her mind, a sharp pain as if something had been shattered. Her eyes widened in shock. Master! Don't ask why. I just don't like my people's lives being in someone else's hands. Qingtong said coolly. I don't care who you were before or what kind of grudges you have. When you get strong enough, you can go get your revenge. I won't stop you. But while you're with me, you can't have any ulterior motives. Can you do that? Everything I have belongs to the master. Please rest assured. Qingtong sat back down. You'll be in charge of everything around here. When the slaves arrive, you'll organize them into patrols. I'll give you a map. It's time to teach those spies a lesson. During the day, in the city lord's mansion, Mingzun sat on his throne. An old man smiled at him. The master summoned me. What can I do for you? Mingzun's voice was firm. You can't touch him. The old man was confused. Why? Why is the master so concerned about this person? Mingzun replied, He is one of my people. The memory of what happened made him even angrier. I haven't even touched him. What right do you have? The old man smiled and explained, I just wanted to see what kind of person could refine a supreme-grade elixir. Mingzun's face was dark. Seeing his distrust, the old man promised he wouldn't cause any trouble. You'd better not. Mingzun stood up to leave. As he passed the old man noticed his unusual behavior. They say the evil doctor is gay, yet Mingzun is so protective of him. This made the old man even more curious. That night, Su Yu found to Luo Qingtong. "We found the heaven and earth dragon soul grass. The seller wants to meet you in person." The next day, Luo Qingtong went to the bloody fighting arena. The moment she walked in, the old man's eyes were fixed on her, making her skin crawl. "They say the evil doctor's medical skills are extraordinary. I wonder if you can cure me. If you can, the heaven and earth dragon soul grass is yours," the old man said, studying her intently. Luo Qingtong activated her blood pupils and saw that the old man's body was enveloped in a violent energy. "Sorry, I can't cure you," she said flatly and turned to leave. The old man was not convinced. "You haven't even looked and you're saying you can't? Or are you afraid?" Luo Qingtong replied smoothly. "Your breathing is deep and resonant, which means the energy in your body is chaotic. Your fingernails are pale and your skin is fair but loose, which means you're actually much younger than you look. To put it bluntly, you're suppressing this with your own power, but you're probably 10 times younger than you appear." The old man was stunned, then burst into a joyful laugh. "The kid is right, not a single word is wrong. You really can't cure this injury." Luo Qingtong rolled her eyes. That's what she had said from the beginning. "Farewell." She was about to leave when the old man called her back and tossed her the heaven and earth dragon soul grass. "There's something else inside. I hope you'll make good use of it." He then strode away. Luo Qingtong was baffled. Is he crazy? That was so random. Miles away in the city lord's mansion, Mingzun was watching everything. Heaven and earth dragon soul grass, one of the ingredients to cure the heart-devouring goo poison, and he called him Kid. "Go, invite the evil doctor to the mansion." His command was absolute. "Let's see you escape this time." Beiqing was shocked. Could the master be? But one look from Mingzun's cold eyes made him swallow his words. Feng Yu quickly smacked his idiotic subordinate. "We'll get right on it." He dragged Beiqing away. "Little Bei, you're going to get yourself killed with that mouth of yours one day. Maybe you should use it for something else." Beiqing was confused. Feng Yu just smiled meaningfully. "Don't worry, you'll find out sooner or later." Just as she left the arena, a young man named Chu Lingfeng ran up and knelt before her. "Master Evil Doctor, please save my mother." Qingtong was confused. "Didn't your mother pass away? How can I save her?" Chu Lingfeng quickly replied, "My mother isn't dead." "She smiled at me. Only you can save her. Her image is fading. She's about to disappear." This piqued Luo Qingtong's interest. The way, Chu Lingfeng was overjoyed. "Thank you, master. From now on, you are my master." Luo Qingtong arrived at Chu Lingfeng's home, and using her pupils saw the faint image of a woman. Soul separation syndrome, that's rare. She had Chu Lingfeng hold out his hand and pricked his palm, drawing blood. She then drew a few symbols in the air with the blood. "Go!" The blood symbols instantly entered the woman's body, forming the character for seal on her forehead. As the blood faded, life returned to the woman. Chu Lingfeng was overcome with gratitude. Suddenly, Luo Qingtong's gaze sharpened, and she pulled something from the woman's hand. It was a strange object. "This is a 1,000-year-old soul-guiding wood, an extremely yin and evil object that can steal souls. If handled properly, it can also nourish the soul." So this was what had harmed Chu Lingfeng's mother. Chu Lingfeng looked at Luo Qingtong with concern, but she waved him off. "Do you know where this came from?" "Outside the city. My mother became like this right after she found it." As she reached the city gate, Feng Yu stopped her. "Master Evil Doctor, please wait. My master requests your presence." Luo Qingtong muttered to herself, "Why would the master of the dark domain want to see me? To refine medicine for him?" Having convinced herself, she followed them. When she arrived at the mansion, Feng Yu and his companion left. Luo Qingtong looked around curiously, her eyes drawn to a prescription on the table. "Jade heartfruit. Does Mingzun have it? And isn't this the elixir I refined? How did someone analyze its composition?" In a flash, it all became clear. Unless... It's the man from Nine Witches Mountain! She screamed internally. The man from Nine Witches Mountain and Mingzun, are they the same person? A cold sweat broke out on her back, and she started to back away. "I need to get out of here, this is bad." Thud. She backed right into someone. Mingzun's cold voice came from behind her. "Where do you think you're going?" Luo Qingtong felt like she was about to cough up blood. What terrible luck. Mingzun stared at her. "Why aren't you talking? Let's see what tricks you have up your sleeve this time." Qingtong was furious. "Tricks? I've got plenty. If you were on my level, I'd play you until you questioned your own existence." But right now, she didn't dare. She quickly forced a laugh. "Master, I don't know what you're talking about." Mingzun was enjoying this, but his face remained dark. "Oh? Luo Tingtong started spouting nonsense. That night, I didn't know it was you. Otherwise, how could I have dared to make a move on you? How about I atone with my body? Mingzun gritted his teeth. Shut up. Are you going to keep pretending? Qingtong backed away as he got closer. Well, are you going to take it off yourself, or should I do it for you? Luo Qingtong had a million curses running through her mind. Her face, hidden behind the mask, was covered in sweat. As Mingzun reached for her mask, she remembered the old man's words. She could regain her sight for 2 hours a day. Don't move, I'll do it myself, she snapped. The moment she took off the mask, her eyes regained their color. But they were a vibrant green, and the face was that of a handsome young man. Mingzun froze. It's not her? Luo Qingtong immediately struck a seductive pose. Master, are you tempted? Would you like to do things with me? He frowned, grabbing her chin and pulling her closer. A flicker of disappointment crossed his eyes. The eyes were wrong. Unconvinced, he rubbed the corner of her eye. Luo Qingtong grabbed his hands. I didn't know you were in such a hurry. You're making me shy. His face darkened and he slapped her on the head. Stop messing around, get out. A rebellious spark ignited in Luo Qingtong. I bet I can break you. She slid her hand up his body, resting her head on his chest as her hands roamed freely, moving her lips toward his. Mingzun shoved her away. What? What are you doing? Luo Qingtong looked at the angry man. I'm not doing anything, just fulfilling your deepest desires. Master, you've admired me for a long time, haven't you? First you spied on me while I was bathing, and now you want to strip me. You're such a tease. She yelled this out for all to hear, completely ignoring his rising fury. Mingzun was trapped. I knew you were into me, but I prefer to be on top. She continued with a sad expression. So it can never work between us. You should give up. Let's just go our separate ways. Mingzun was left speechless. With a thud, she left, looking aggrieved. Luo Qingtong was overjoyed. The great master is gay and obsessed with me. Now everyone knows. As she was leaving, she turned to wave, but saw him standing there, his expression murderous. She also noticed the jade heart fruit that had fallen at his feet. Suppressing the urge to go back, she turned and strode away. The 2 guards watched her leave. What does on top mean? Just as Feng Yu was about to explain, a cold, murderous aura washed over them. The door shattered, and they were thrown to the ground. What did you hear? They frantically waved their hands. And Feng Yu quickly reported that news of the woman had come from the Tianyu Empire. Seeing the report, Mingzun said, Get ready, we leave tomorrow. Luo Qingtong was frustrated. Why did that man have the jade heart fruit? Did she really have to walk right into his trap? The pig just shrugged. Without the jade heart fruit, I can't cure the poison. It was enjoying seeing her stumped. When it comes to dirty tricks, no one can beat you. But he's the master of dirty tricks. I refuse to believe I can't handle one man. That night, Luo Qingtong, dressed in black, snuck into the city lord's mansion. I will get that jade heart fruit. That night, Luo Qingtong snuck into the medicine storeroom and heard voices. Sixth brother getting more medicine, I'm so jealous you get to serve the godlike master. The man Xiaoliu preened. It's not so bad, the master is very approachable. Luo Qingtong, hiding in a tree, almost fell out. Approachable? More like terrifying. After a while, Xiaoliu left, satisfied. Qingtong grinned. You'll do. When the coast was clear, she knocked the man out and caught the medicine he dropped. The next second, she had changed into his clothes. What are you doing here? A voice called out, making Luo Qingtong jump. It was Beiqing. Luo Qingtong put on her best act. I had to pee, Sir Beiqing. Please forgive me. Beiqing grabbed her. The master needs this urgently and you're slacking off? Come with me. Luo Qingtong was fuming as the idiot dragged her along and then threw her to the ground. When she arrived at the bath, a calm voice said, Come in. She didn't dare to look at the man, but she couldn't help but wonder if he was soaking in another healing bath. What was wrong with him? As she added the herbs, she was shocked to see the jade heart fruit sitting right next to Mingzun. Her hands trembled, which made him look at her. She quickly looked away. Suddenly, Mingzun stood up. Qingtong's eyes widened, her face flushing red. She stumbled and fell with a scream right into the bath with him. Oh no, Luo Qingtong was terrified. The man, startled by her scream, turned just as she crashed into him, making him spit out a mouthful of blood. Luo Qingtong, now in the water, was in a daze. What's poking my face? She looked up and froze. Holy crap! She shot up out of the water, her heart pounding. She was about to apologize when she remembered something and swallowed her words. Mingzun, trembling, put on a robe, his face as black as charcoal. Master, I swear it was an accident. Would you believe me? Qingtong tried to save herself. His eyes were like ice. You deserve to die! The words sent a shiver down her spine. Please believe me. I really didn't mean to. Mingzun paused. Why was this a woman's voice? I don't remember having any female servants. Luo Qingtong's heart sank. This was bad. Her hair had come undone, and the water had washed away her disguise. Mingzhen stepped forward. You look familiar. Come here, let me get a better look. Qingtong was on the verge of a breakdown, backing away and yelling, No! After getting what she wanted, she tried to flee, only to hear the sound of him collapsing. Blood was now seeping from Mingzhen's body. Did I interrupt his healing and make his injuries worse? She wondered. No, maybe he was already like this. It has nothing to do with me. But for some reason, she was worried. She turned back. This is just bad karma. I guess I owe you one. She struggled to pull him out of the water. He had been soaking in a healing bath, and the interruption had caused his meridians to burst. Even the main meridian she had repaired before was now rapidly breaking. With a sigh, she decided to give him a full examination. The more she checked, the more shocked she was. The stronger a person was, the tougher their body should be, but this man was the opposite. His meridians were as fragile as paper. How could he have cultivated to such a frightening level with a body like this? She couldn't figure it out. She decided to just repair his meridians before he bled to death. As time passed, Luo Qingtong was covered in sweat. When she finished, she was in agony. Her spiritual energy was running wild inside her. Is this guy a walking power-up? Every time my energy circulates through him, it brings back half of his, almost making me explode. She had to suppress her cultivation to avoid advancing. A knock on the door woke her from her meditation. Bei Qin and his companion had heard the noise and rushed over. Luo Qingtong quickly slipped out the door. When they got no response, they grew worried. Guard the exits. When they opened the door, Bei Qin gasped. Master! Mingzhen was lying on the floor, covered in blood. Feng Yu helped him up. The master's old injuries have relapsed. We need to get back to the main city immediately. Meanwhile, Luo Qingtong was outside the city, looking for the soul-guiding wood. This was the perfect place to release the power she had been suppressing. A ghostly wail echoed through the air as a massive dark green tree appeared before her. Interesting. It's actually gained sentience, she mused. The soul-guiding wood let out a pitiful cry. As it did, Luo Qingtong's clear eyes turned gray, and she began to walk toward it. As she got closer, the tree opened its blood-red maw, revealing its true form, and lunged at its prey. Qingtong's blood pupils flashed, a wicked smile on her face. I was waiting for this! She kicked off the trunk and flew into the air. The 1,000-year-old soul-guiding wood's core is in its mouth. This discovery excited her. A surge of purple-red energy erupted from her. The soul-guiding wood realized this woman was not to be trifled with. You want to take my core? In your dreams. Humans live and die. Swords are divided into two. The woman summoned the life and death twin swords. The life blade ignored defenses and absorbed spiritual energy. The death blade unleashed slaughter. Luo Qingtong's eyes turned cold as she used the death blade. The wood's attack was shattered by the sword's light. The energy she had absorbed from the man was finally released as she charged. With a few flashes of her sword, the wood's branches were severed. The death blade was born for slaughter. A mere tree spirit dares to challenge me? She scoffed. The tree spirit went berserk, shooting countless beams of light at her. Luo Qingtong dodged them with her blood pupils. What a psycho. It may have gained sentience, but it still has the intelligence of a low-level creature. Vines shot out from the tree, trapping her in a cage. She stabbed one of the vines, and with a soft cry, a black flame erupted from her sword, consuming the cage. The soul-guiding wood was engulfed in the black flames, turning to ash as it screamed. The wood's core fell into her hand. A wave of exhaustion hit her, and she fell to one knee. The wood had been tougher than she expected. Not far away, the fifth prince, Yuan Mo, was heading for the soul-guiding wood. Senior brother, look over there, a woman called out. A pillar of black fire shot into the sky. Something's happened to the soul-guiding wood. We have to hurry. They were also here for the core. After a short rest, Luo Qingtong felt much better. Hearing footsteps, she put on a veil and let her hair down. No matter who it is, I can't let them know my identity. Yuan Mo arrived and was stunned by the sight. Qingtong's long hair flowed in the wind, her face half hidden by a veil. The way she glanced at them was breathtakingly beautiful. He had never seen such a stunning and unique woman. The woman next to him grew jealous. Senior brother, the soul-guiding wood is gone. The core must be on her. Yuan Mo just stared, captivated. Give me the core and I'll spare you, the woman snapped, about to attack. Yuan Mo grabbed her wrist. Don't you see the lady is blind? Don't bully her. Luo Qingtong just laughed to herself. So this was the junior sister who had made him kneel and beg. She seemed a bit unhinged. The woman shook him off. She stole our stuff. Are you bewitched? Yuan Mo coughed to hide his embarrassment. Miss, do you know what happened here? We came for the soul-guiding wood. Luo Qingtong ignored him. It was obvious they were all here for the same thing. She walked past him without a word. Miss, could you please tell us? He asked again. The woman attacked. I've never seen senior brother treat anyone like this. You bewitching demon, you deserve to die. If I ruin your face, let's see how you'll seduce men. Ching Tong caught the whip. Miss, no, let go, Yuan Mo yelled. Ching Tong just smiled wickedly. This vicious woman wants to ruin my face? I'll return the favor. She flicked the whip back at the woman, who screamed as it struck her face. How dare you hurt me? I'll kill you! The pain was replaced by an intense itching. She clawed at her face. It hurts. It's so itchy, my face. What did you do to me? The woman's face was swelling rapidly, a horrifying sight that made even Yuan Mo step back. Half of her face began to rot. Lua Qingtong looked at her handiwork with a cold smile. The junior sister demanded an antidote, but the poison she used was not something she could cure. It must be this woman. She did something to my whip. Qingtong just scoffed. You should be glad I didn't have all the ingredients. The woman, unable to bear the humiliation, was held back by Yuan Mo. As the poison took effect, she passed out. Yuan Mo walked toward Qingtong. You can keep the core, but you must give us the antidote. Lua Qingtong couldn't be bothered. Yuan Mo drew his sword, and the other disciples attacked from behind. Qingtong used her red pupils. So-called righteous disciples, is this all you are? She vanished, their attacks hitting Yuan Mo instead. She reappeared in a tree. These academy disciples are a real disappointment. Yuan Mo, a self-proclaimed genius, had never been so humiliated. He tried to chase her but ran into a formation. He was furious. Qingtong vanished. To set up a formation so quickly, this woman was incredible. Yuan Mo knew they were no match for her. His priority now was to get his junior sister back to the academy. But Qingtong's image was now burned into his mind, stirring a strange feeling within him. Back in the Dark Domain City, Lua Qingtong wondered how the man was doing. He probably wasn't dead, right? Then she overheard some people talking. Ming Zun suddenly left, and then something happened at the evil doctor's residence. The evil doctor's gay lover was kidnapped. Lua Qingtong froze, a wave of anger washing over her. She grabbed a cloak and rushed to her residence. When she opened the gate, she found her servants injured. Master! Someone came looking for Su Yu for revenge. They injured a lot of our brothers and took Su Yu, Chuling Feng reported. She healed her subordinates and summoned the arena manager, who admitted they had failed to protect her and were investigating. Lua Qingtong said if it happened again, she would end their partnership. She didn't need their help finding her people. She walked over to a tree and kicked it, and a man fell out. She then threw a few stones around the courtyard, and screams followed. Mingzun's men are gone, but you're still so diligent. As the spies gathered around her, she asked, You know about me and Mingzun? My residence was attacked. Why didn't you help? The men fell to their knees, begging for mercy. Who dared to cause trouble in my home? She demanded. A man trembled. It was the Chung family of the Juri Kingdom. It seems my title of evil doctor is just for show if any stray cat or dog can cause trouble. The arena manager was terrified. Evil doctor, don't worry. I'll have the Juri Kingdom's branch city issue a warning to the Chung family. It won't happen again. He was also frustrated. With your ambiguous relationship with the master, who would dare to do it again? She then took her martial marquis experts and went to rescue Su Yu. Shu Lingfeng wanted to go, but she left him behind. You stay here, I'll bring Su Yu back. On a flying spirit ship, a man was flattering an elder Lu. With your help, we have nothing to worry about. He led the elder aside. This is what the young master of the Chung family wanted. Su Yu was chained up in a cage. Meanwhile, in Mingzun's palace, an old man named Yue Lao was looking at the injured Mingzun. Yue Lao was checking the man's pulse, annoyed by Beiqing's constant chattering. If you're so good, you do it. Feng Yu pulled the worried Beiqing away. Suddenly, Beiqing blushed and pulled away from Feng Yu, who just smiled at him. Ever since Feng Yu had explained what on top meant, Beiqing had been avoiding him. This pulse is not right. Ye Lao's exclamation stopped their antics. Tell me the truth, has an alchemist treated the master? They both denied it. Feng Yu was sure the master had been alone. Ye Lao was amazed. The master's meridians are stable and the main meridian is slowly repairing itself. Why would you hide such a skilled alchemist from me? Even though he only healed half of it, it's enough. The main meridian is much stronger now. He won't be in any danger from now on. Beiqing was overjoyed and Feng Yu was shocked. Ye Lao was now annoyed. Feng Yu quickly explained what had happened at Nine Witches Mountain. This piqued Yue Lao's interest. We weren't sure about his condition, and we were in a hurry to find the girl, so we didn't have time to tell you. Yue Lao finally understood. No wonder the kid's injuries this time were from his power overflowing. He was testing the strength of his meridians. So what happened this time? You didn't find the girl, so did a ghost heal him? Mingzun, who had woken up at some point, said, It was a ghost. Her glare made the man uncomfortable. Do you want me to gouge out your eyes? He sneered that the Su family was gone, and the once beautiful young master Su Yu was now just a prisoner. Su Yu showed no reaction. A prisoner and still so defiant? Do you want to know how the Su family was destroyed? Do you really think it was because you lost a border city? This made Su Yu react. What are you talking about? The man smiled wickedly. The Su family has led armies for generations. Why did they make a mistake in the most crucial battle? Aren't you curious? Su Yu struggled against her chains. It was all their doing. And her father had died thinking it was his fault. The man was pleased with her reaction. Su Yu wanted to tear him to pieces. There's even better things waiting for you at the Chung family. He turned, and a voice said, Is that so? Luo Qingtong was on the ship. Too bad you'll never make it to the Chung family. Luo Qingtong's arrival made Su Yu ecstatic. But the man was not afraid. In his eyes, Luo Qingtong was just a quack. Su Yu's joy turned to fear. She knew how powerful the Chung family was. With a snap of her fingers, Luo Qingtong's men boarded the ship. The man laughed. A few martial marquises dare to challenge my Chung family? Luo Qingtong summoned the life and death twin swords. The man, a 6th-level martial marquise, charged her. As he threw a punch, she vanished. She reappeared behind him, and with a flash of her sword he was headless. Everyone was stunned. A martial marquis expert had been killed without a fight, but Luo Qingtong was now a martial king. With a few more slashes, the other men were dead. As she attacked the last one, a protective barrier formed around him. I'm a peak martial marquis, what can you do to me? The sword changed form, the life blade, which absorbed souls and power. As it struck the barrier, the energy was sucked into the sword. Then came the death blade. The man knew he was in trouble. Elder Liu, he yelled. The sword pierced his chest. He died waiting for the elder to save him. Elder Liu stood by, not moving, his eyes greedily fixed on Luo Qingtong's sword. You want my sword? I'm afraid you won't live to take it. The man suddenly attacked her. Master, run! He's a martial king, Su Yu screamed. He appeared next to Luo Qingtong, a red light shooting toward her. This was a martial king's signature move. As Su Yu's men rushed forward, a gentle force pushed them back. A brilliant black light shot out and the two attacks collided, causing a massive explosion. Su Yu looked up. Luo Qingtong stood before them, holding the death blade. How did the master do that? That sword is so powerful. Elder Liu was in a frenzy. He had to have that sword. He drew his own and sent several sword attacks at her. Luo Qingtong remained calm, sending a black flame to meet them, which dissipated the attacks. Her hand was trembling. Though her state of mind was that of a martial king, her power was still at the martial general level. Forcing herself to use the twin swords had drained her. The man couldn't believe it. This was too strange. He would lose if this continued. He unleashed his ultimate move, Blazing Slash. Luo Qingtong knew she couldn't block it. Suddenly, Su Yu ran in front of her, pushing her out of the way. You idiot, Luo Qingtong thought. She grabbed Su Yu's hand and spun them both around. The attack exploded next to them. A spray of blood erupted from Su Yu's back as she shielded Luo Qingtong. Holding Su Yu, the blood-red light in Qingtong's eyes was like a storm. Old dog, you're really asking for it. Pigs are so cute, but now one was about to become a roast piglet. It called itself the ancient pig god, but now it was crying in fear of a fireball, hiding behind Snowball. The fireball hit Snowball's ice wall, which began to melt. The pig pushed Snowball out of the way, to Luo Qingtong's surprise. She was relieved to see they were okay. Now she needed to recover her energy. Elder Liu was surprised by the two beasts. What are you? The pig was lecturing Snowball. I told you to absorb more of his stinky aura, now you've embarrassed us. Being ignored, Elder Liu angrily swung his sword at Snowball. The pig's face turned pale. Snowball spat out a cloud of cold air, freezing the man's feet and making him fall flat on his face. The pig laughed hysterically. The man got up, and Snowball tried again, but this time it couldn't even produce a single ice crystal. It whimpered pitifully. Useless! Don't tell anyone you hang out with me! The man sneered. Making fun of me? Die! The pig struck a cool pose and pushed Snowball aside, a purple aura emanating from it. Move! Qingtong, who had somehow gotten to her feet, her blood pupils flashing, gripped the twin swords. Blazing Slash! A massive, dark red fireball shot toward him. The man's jaw dropped. The blazing slash hit him and he was engulfed in flames, then blown off the ship. The energy Luo Qingtong had just recovered was gone. This was another one of her supreme pupil's abilities. Perfect mimicry. The pig, with the unconscious Snowball on its head, looked down and paled. The man had been reduced to a puddle of blood. My God, this woman is terrifying. Great Chu Holy Dynasty, Shuri Kingdom, Chung family. The Chung family head and his son, Chung Ling-yun, were sitting in the main hall. Suddenly, Chung Ling-yun felt the spiritual imprint of his ship being erased from his soul. His father was stunned. A servant rushed in. Master, young master, something terrible has happened. Elder Liu and Manager Zhang's soul lamps have gone out. The man slammed his fist on the table. How could a Su family remnant kill Elder Liu? The servant nervously handed him a letter from the Dark Domain branch city. After reading it, he was even angrier. Damn it! Su Yu is one of the evil doctor, ghost pupil's subordinates. And this evil doctor is a guest of honor in the Dark Domain. If we mess with them again, the Chung family will be in big trouble. So my spirit ship is just gone? Chung Lingyun couldn't accept it. His father was unwilling, but they were protected by the Dark Domain. Chung Lingyun didn't care. Then let's hire the Supreme Assassin's Pavilion. They only kill, they don't ask questions, as long as you can pay the price. After a few days of rest, Mingzun had recovered. He was not happy with the investigation report. Feng Yu confessed. Shaoli was knocked out in the garden. The person disguised himself and entered the bath. The master's jade heart fruit is missing. Mingzun didn't blame them. Yelao was confused. His injuries are healing, so why is the kid so angry? Did that woman take advantage of him? Mingzun's face darkened, but a blush spread across his cheeks as he remembered what had happened in the bath. That woman is shameless. He looked at the old man. I think you need some kidney supplements. Yelao suddenly remembered something. My pig at home isn't fed. He quickly fled. Beiqing and Feng Yu were speechless. She had stolen the jade heart fruit. Was she a she? Had her eyes healed? Master, maybe she was desperate. Why else would she steal the medicine? Beiking's words made Mingzun realize something. Bring me the list of herbs the evil doctor gave to the fighting arena. Remembering Luo Qingtong's various disguises, he stopped the two as they were leaving. He drew a picture of a handsome young man. Distribute this picture throughout the Dark Domain. If you find this person, report it immediately. A smile appeared on his face. This time, let's see where you run. The master had been looking for a girl, but now he had drawn a picture of a handsome young man. Feng Yu snuck up behind him. I've never seen this person before. Beiqing jumped. You're too close, this is so weird. Feng Yu looked hurt. Is this the same little Bei who used to cling to me all the time, who wanted to sleep and bathe with me? Beiking's face turned red. Has our little boat capsized? Feng Yu said sadly. Beiqing was about to lose it. Are you even my brother? Can you stop being so childish? Feng Yu's mood changed in an instant. Since you still remember me, I'll forgive you. He stroked his chin. Ever since I told you about things between men, you haven't been having thoughts about me, have you? Why else have you been avoiding me? This hit a nerve. I'm keeping my distance. Do you understand? Denial is a confession, I get it. Beiking's covered Feng Yu's mouth and put an arm around him. Come on, brother, let's go do what the master told us. The word brother made Feng Yu's day. They walked off arm in arm, discussing whether their master was a playboy, chasing after a girl 1 minute and a handsome young man the next. That night, Su Yu woke up from her coma. Master! Su Yu is awake, Chu Lingfeng yelled. Luo Qingtong sat down by the bed. Your meridians were all broken, so I rebuilt them. Your potential is much greater now. Su Yu was stunned. Her meridians were all clear, her energy flowing freely. Even a martial king couldn't do that. Luo Qingtong added, a martial king is trash compared to you now. You have a congenital body. Su Yu knew that Qingtong had not only saved her life, but had also completely changed her future. She knelt on the bed. I swear on my soul that I will never betray my master. If I do, may I be struck down by lightning. Master, I have one more request. You want to destroy the Chung family or the Juri kingdom? Qingtong helped her up. No, I will get my own revenge. I want to go to the chaotic lands of the far south. I want to be the sword in your hand, to create a force that is absolutely loyal to you so you will have nothing to worry about. Su Yu's determination moved Luo Qingtong. All right, I agree. In the study, Qingtong had prepared everything for Su Yu, including the sword and the king-level technique she had gotten from Elder Liu. She handed the sleeping snowball to Su Yu. Let it grow with you. The wild lands are dangerous. It can protect you in a crisis. Snowball, still half asleep, was traded away. When it realized what was happening, it struggled fiercely. The pig looked smug. It says it can't live without me. So clingy. It leaned close to Snowball. You're a big boy now. I can't take care of you forever. I'm not your mother. Snowball wailed, tears streaming down its face. The pig turned away. Suddenly, Snowball bit it hard, and a pig's squeal echoed through the study. The crying Snowball lay in Su Yu's arms while the pig fumed. Shu Lingfeng said he wanted to go with Su Yu, but she refused. Do you think this is a game? You'd just be cannon fodder. This made Shu Lingfeng determined. One day, I'll prove I can protect you. One morning, Luo Qingtong sat at the head of the room. Her people were divided into 2 groups. One to go back to the Luo family with her, the other to stay behind. Those who are leaving with me depart in groups now. As they left, Chu Lingfeng knelt before her. Master, please let me stay in the dark domain. I'm too weak to protect you. I want to get stronger. I'm not good at much, but I'm not afraid of getting hurt or dying. And strangely, the more I get beaten up, the stronger I get. I want to train in the bloody fighting arena. His words convinced her. In Mingzun's palace, the man gritted his teeth as he looked at the list of herbs. You've got some nerve, evil doctor, ghost pupil. You've tricked me time and time again. This time I'll strip you bare myself. Did you think I wouldn't find it if you hid it among all these other herbs? Bei King had never seen his master so angry, and he was going to strip the evil doctor. Had his master gone mad? Prepare the spirit pavilion, we're going to the Dongli kingdom. Master, our spies report that the evil doctor has left the dark domain, his whereabouts unknown. This made Mingzun furious. Useless! Order all branch cities and all 36 palaces to find the evil doctor, ghost pupil. If you can't, a chilling smile appeared on his face. I'll strip you both and send you to the House of Beauties. The words House of Beauties made them pale. Feng Yu knelt. Don't worry, master, we'll do our best. As they left, Bei Qing couldn't help but gossip. The master is so wild, he's going to strip the evil doctor. Feng Yu was about to tell him not to speak ill of their master, when a cold, killing intent washed over them. Bei Qing, how about you go to the House of Beauties right now? Bei Qing collapsed in fear. Strip him and throw him in the House of Beauties. He's not to come out without my permission. An old man was shamed by a wicked princess for trying to help his granddaughter break off an engagement, and the Luo family was suppressed. Luo Qingtong heard the gossip. The Tianyu royal family was shameless. She asked a waiter about the Luo family. After getting some silver, the waiter told her everything. Old Master Luo had come back from the Tianyu Empire covered in injuries, and the Luo family had been insulted by the Dongli royal family, and all because the Tianyu Empire refused to break off the engagement. Luo Qingtong got up to leave. She gave the waiter more silver and told him to keep quiet. In the forest, she had her people take the spirit ship to the Luo family to protect her grandfather. She herself vanished. Anyone who dared to touch her family would pay. Meanwhile, Mingzun was thinking about what his subordinates had said. I like that woman? Of course not. He didn't realize that when he talked about her, there was anger and frustration, but no killing intent. Anyone else who had taken advantage of him would be dead. That damn woman taking advantage of me time and time again. When I catch you, I'll pay you back double. After a long time, Feng Yu reported, the evil doctor's movements are too erratic. Even the people at his residence don't know where he is. The man sneered. So you want to go to the House of Beauties too? Feng Yu was terrified. The news from the Tianyu Empire may be false, but it's worth investigating. This interested Mingzun. Prepare the spirit pavilion. We're going to the Tianyu Empire. Feng Yu was relieved. We'll need more people for the search. Can we bring Bei Qing? With Mingzun's permission, Feng Yu went to the House of Beauties. Sophie, you bastard! You hit my butt again today. Try it again. Feng Yu was stunned. Bei Qing was being beaten up by a person who was neither man nor woman. He walked in and saw Bei Qing striking a pose, a smile on his face. He corrected his posture, his hand on Bei Qing's waist. You need to arch your back here. Bei Qing blushed. Sophie was confused. What were these two doing? Bei Qing was about to yell when Feng Yu stopped him. The master wants you to come with us to the Tianyu Empire. Bei Qing was so excited he ripped his clothes. Great, let's go. Feng Yu got a nosebleed. Qing Tong was now in the Tianyu Empire, sipping tea in a tea house. Master, how are you going to deal with the royal family? The pig asked. After the spirit ship incident, it was eager for more trouble. Luo Qingtong said she needed a plan. Suddenly, the tea house erupted. Look, a god has descended. He's so handsome. She turned to look, and her heart skipped a beat. Mingzun was in the tea house. Luo Qingtong saw Mingzun and spat out her tea, startling the pig. It turned its head, its fat body trembling. This is bad karma. We run into him everywhere. Just give in to him already. Qingtong wanted to rip its mouth off. Be a coward. He only knows you as the evil doctor ghost pupil, not the girl from Nine Witches Mountain. And you were blind then, remember? This made Qingtong pause. Maybe I should mess with him, she thought with a wicked smile. The pig was terrified. Woman, you're playing with fire! A smile appeared on Qingtong's face, and her dull eyes turned a vibrant green. She clapped a hand on the man's shoulder. Brother, your aura is so captivating. I admire you greatly. May I join you for a drink? Mingzun's eyes darkened, but his hand trembled, and the corner of his mouth twitched upwards. He wanted to grab her right then and there. He grabbed her hand. All right, let's drink together. She couldn't pull her hand away. Is this guy really gay? A chill ran down her spine. Okay, I'll sit here then. He didn't let go. His stare was making her nervous. Something felt off. Why aren't you running? He asked. Running? I just got here. Had he figured something out? He let go of her hand. She sat down feeling more and more uneasy. You said you admired me? Of course. A divine being like you, anyone would admire you. She pointed to a blushing girl nearby. So that's why she's been shamelessly hitting on me. If that's the case. As long as she doesn't run, I'll let her stay by my side. Luo Qingtong was in a bind. What was he thinking? I should probably leave. Ye Tianming, that's my name. He raised his glass. Luo Qingtong was relieved. To you, brother Ye. She had been overthinking it. Her caution, however, looked like shyness to him. You kept running away because you were afraid I wouldn't like you? If that's the case, just say so. I'll forgive you. My name is Jitong. You can call me Xiao Tong. This annoyed the man. Another fake name. He already knew everything about her. Jitong? That's an interesting name. Luo Qingtong didn't understand. The entire dark domain is looking for you, evil doctor ghost pupil, didn't you know? Luo Qingtong spat out her drink. Was he looking for her? Hadn't she cleared up his suspicions? Or was it someone else? What brings you to the Tianyu Empire, brother Ye? Ye Qianming just smiled. To catch someone, of course. Hearing he was here to catch someone, Luo Qingtong trembled. Sitong, drink up. Didn't you come here to drink with me? Qingtong relaxed. If he was here to catch her, he would have done it already. Ye Qianming kept pouring her drinks. Let's see how long your eyes can last. Qingtong drank every glass. After a while, she was a little drunk. She's actually kind of cute when she's drunk. When he offered her another glass, she waved her hands. She was here to check his pulse. Ye Tianming held out his arm. So she's worried about my injuries. She really does like me. Their skin touched, and Ye Tianming shivered. He felt a strange sensation, his face flushing and his heart beating faster. This perverted woman, she's touching me on purpose again. Luo Qingtong secretly used her pupils. It was the same as before. His body was a mystery that even her pupils couldn't decipher. He, who hated being touched, didn't feel any repulsion, just a strange sensation. Why was the mystery only getting deeper? Ye Tianming asked about his injuries. Luo Qingtong said he was fine, but she was annoyed that she had learned nothing new. Her eyes were starting to hurt, she had to leave. Just as she was about to go, the man got angry. This woman is trying to run again. He grabbed her shoulder. We agreed to drink until we dropped. Was your admiration all fake? What's going on? He won't let me leave? She said she had to go feed her chickens. The man saw right through her. Your eyes are about to give out? I'll just wait for you to reveal yourself. Since we get along so well, I'll go with you. Luo Qingtong knew she was caught. He had been playing her all along, and she had walked right into it. Seeing her defeated expression, Ye Tianming was pleased. She clutched her stomach. I have to use the restroom. He just smiled. It's fine. I'll have Beijing go with you. What, I need an escort to the bathroom? Ye Tianming stood up. If you don't like it, I'll go with you myself. This terrified Luo Qingtong. I'll go with the little brother then. Beijing puffed out his chest. Don't worry, I'll watch him like a hawk. Ye Tianming was amused. Let's see you run now. After a long time, he grew restless. Master, don't worry. Don't scare your friend away. It'll be hard to get close to him later, Feng Yu advised. Suddenly, Ye Tianming crushed his wine cup. Luo Qingtong returned with her arm around Beijing. Ye Tianming's eyes turned cold. He had a sudden urge to chop off Beijing's shoulder. She pulled Ye Tianming up. I'll take you somewhere to meet some friends. He was dragged along. When they arrived at a room, he had a bad feeling. A group of large men rushed toward him. He froze. Then his killing intent erupted. Get away from me! When he turned to look for Qingtong, she was gone. Hearing the explosion behind him, the man was furious. The pig was terrified. One day you're going to get us both killed. Qingtong's lip twitched. It was an accident. She had the pig take out all its storage rings, each capable of holding hundreds of vials of elixir. The pig didn't understand why she needed so many. Qingtong's face was mischievous. To go robbing, of course? Ye Qianming was at his wit's end. Xia Tong, were you that desperate to get away from me? Was your admiration all fake? Yiqing and Feng Yu rushed over. Master, what happened? Ye Qianming was frustrated. When I catch her, I'll... He couldn't finish the sentence. Beijing was furious. We'll cut her into 1,000 pieces and torture her. This made Ye Qianming even angrier. How could you do that to her? I won't allow it. Beijing was confused. Master, you can't bear to? Ye Qianming froze. He remembered his subordinate's conversation. Does the master like the evil doctor? He thought about the woman's cunning and ruthless yet unrestrained and wicked nature, her expressive face whenever she saw him. Can't bear to, was that love? The thought was now deeply ingrained in his mind. He liked that woman. Beijing was shocked. Master, you like... Feng Yu quickly covered his mouth. Now was not the time to cause trouble. Ye Qianming came back to his senses. So this is love, right? Feng Yu said, if a person can stir your emotions and you don't dislike anything they do, then I think that is love. As he said this, he looked at Bei Qing. Ye Qianming suddenly understood. If he liked her, then he had to have her. She was the one who had come after him first. She had to bear the consequences. Let's go. Now that I understand my own heart, I won't let her